What's up, everyone? In this video, I am going to be working on the house yet again. We are going to be doing the underground plumbing, which What are you barking at? There's nothing down there. Uh-oh. Anyways, the first thing we're going to be working on is the underground plumbing in the Airbnb, and then I think I'm even going to get the concrete poured for that. And then we're going to work on a couple other little miscellaneous things, and I'm going to get into showing you why I have to rewire the whole house. And it's a pretty interesting reason, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's get started. So jumping right into work, I am doing the beginning phases of this plumbing, and we're trying to figure out exactly how we're going to route this, because the grinder pump is shooting out towards where that toilet was, and the floor drain on the other side of it is making a giant turn, which we can't even use it again. So we're going to move the floor drain, and then we're starting to work our way up towards where the toilet and shower and sink are going to be, and we're just kind of piecing it together as we go. And as we're going, we set this board so that we know exactly where the wall is going to be and where the toilet needs to land. And that just makes it a lot easier for us as far as where all this is going. Now, I don't have the best angle for this, but I'm working with a small room and doing the best I can. But here I'm installing the P-trap for the drain, and then moving over to the shower and getting that P-trap all set up and dug out and set correctly so that the shower will just drop right into place. And then we work our way forward to the drain for the kitchen, and I'm just setting that up right now, and it's going to go through that block wall. And here we have the sink tying into the toilet, which is also splitting off to the shower and the kitchen sink. And as those drain down towards the grinder pump, they are all on an angle going downward. And the reason we use that 22 in the top left is because we had to go up slightly, because that is all really hard clay and we didn't want to take a pickaxe to it. And then you have your floor drain here, which is pretty basic, and everything just feeds right into the grinder pump, which will pump it all out and into the septic tank. We tried to minimize the turns that the solid waste would have to make coming from the toilet, and this is the best that we were able to come up with without completely replacing the basin. So I think we're going to run with it and see how everything goes. But jumping right back into work, we are filling all of the gravel in underneath the pipe, and that is just going to hold it in place. And then we fill back in the dirt, and you can see me tamping it down as my brother is tossing the other dirt back in, and this is prepping us ready for concrete. And then from there, I just take a 2x4 and get all the edges really tight, and we just taking a quick walkthrough. You can see where I repaired the water line, and you can see the miscellaneous different drains that we need for the bathroom. Now, the reason I have the orange thing over that shower drain is because I will need some wiggle room when I'm setting the shower base, and that will give it to me so that the drain isn't completely encased by concrete. Now, as far as prepping the pour, I just made sure that everything was swept up really nicely, and we began mixing and pouring it, and I showed my girlfriend how to finish it, so I had her working on that while me and my brother were mixing. And then I ended up running out of concrete, so my brother ran to go get some. And when he got back, Carly went upstairs to start ripping up the floors while I finished pouring down here with my brother. And then I finished the concrete with the floats, and this isn't the final float. I came back a couple times as it was drying just to make sure it was perfectly smooth, but this is where I left it to start. After we finished pouring, my brother had to leave, so I jumped upstairs with my girlfriend to finish ripping up the sticky tile floors, and it was a pain in the butt, and there was a ton of them, but we got it done pretty easily and in a relatively short amount of time, so can't really complain with that, I guess. But once that was done, I needed to jump over to ripping out the soffit and making sure everything was super clean on those walls, because I'm not going to have a soffit running all the way across the top. So I figured it's a good idea to give you an update to show you where I'm at as far as all of the renovations go and how everything is going with me living in the house while I'm actually completing this renovation. So we'll start here in the living room. You got Jeff just staring at you awkwardly. So in the kitchen, we've got all the drywall out and the soffit up top. And what it's gonna end up being is pantry, fridge, a little bit of counter space until the sink. And then I believe the dishwasher's right next to the sink, and then the range, and then more counter space to the end there. And then you're gonna get a giant island from here to here. And that's basically what it's gonna end up being. Now the cabinets aren't gonna extend all the way to the ceiling because it's on a vault, and it's just gonna be expensive and tricky to do. What I'm gonna end up using is probably a cheap Home Depot cabinet just to make it nice and easy on myself. And we got all the floors ripped up in the living room. You can see all the glue spots that they used and all of the tile. Most of it's sitting here, all the backer board, and from me cleaning up and breaking out that soffit. But this is essentially where we're at. There was a big water problem at one point because like all back up in here was soaking wet at one point. There's a lot of mold, and down back in here, this is the bathroom, there's still a lot of mold. So something was going on inside of that drain there where there was a lot of condensation or something, but not 100% sure. But we're gonna be replacing all that drywall anyways because it's completely tiled in the bathroom on the other side. So there's no way we can save it. That's kind of what I was talking about. It's going all the way to the ceiling. So moving into the living arrangement, I just got a bed frame. So I've upgraded to an air mattress on the bed frame, which is pretty legit. Got the dog bed in here. We're still not living out of this room because we are going to be putting the laundry in that closet on the other side of the door, and the door for it's going to be in this hallway. Now moving into my office slash cook area slash pantry slash workout area slash hangout area. We have upgraded to having a small futon couch that I just got off Facebook Marketplace. Sasha's making a ton of noise. But I still got the same small desk. I mounted a TV just so I could watch TV while I'm working, and then got all my goals and schedule and realtor leads and everything on the wall. And we're still rocking the pantry inside of the closet. So next I'm gonna move down to what we are building as far as the Airbnb. And as we're doing this, we ran into some problems, which I'm going to kind of explain. I got all the trash out of the garage yesterday, and now moving into the Airbnb room. This room hasn't changed at all, just because we needed to finish all the plumbing in here for the bathroom. So you can kind of see it come together a little bit better now, where the sink's gonna come out of the wall. You're gonna have a toilet, and then the shower is gonna be along this wall, and then that's gonna be the drain line for the sink in the kitchen. And then this other line that we have out is going to be for the utility tub and the washing machine. And we're gonna end up moving the utility tub directly over it, and then we're gonna take the washing machine and move it to where the utility tub is now. And where it's draining currently, we capped it off underground, and that is no longer in use. So as of right now, I can't really use this stuff. So in reality, the next step for me on this section is to get the electric all moved over, because on this wall, you've got kind of a ghetto rigged sub panel, which is not how you should do this at all. And they kind of botched this in my opinion. So coming through this is all of the wires coming from the main area, and then they use this as a junction panel. They don't even have fuses or anything in it to jump back out of it to go to the different things that are here, but I've eliminated most of them already. So it's just a matter of me getting in there and eliminating those wires from that panel that are going to the main panel through that tube, and then we'll be good there. But another thing that's gonna happen in here is going to be a door where that is. And then once that door is installed in there, it's essentially just going to be me building a wall through here and then right there. That way the bathroom's completely enclosed and private to the Airbnb room.
Jumping back to the crappy and sketchy electrical topic, you can kind of see here that they just took splices and went up into the wall wherever they needed to put an outlet, and it's just electrical tape. There's no junction boxes or anything, and over here they just spliced into it and dropped it down for the power in the Airbnb room for what it was before. And honestly, I don't really trust this. So what I'm going to end up doing is just rewiring the whole house since I have access to it, and I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it just so I know it's done right. And morally and ethically, I can't let someone else live in this house, and I don't want to live in it like that. So I'm just going to, like I said, replace it all.
So I guess I need to rewire the whole house, and I'm not super happy about it, but it's not really a huge hindrance because I have so many walls open right now and a lot of stuff needs to change anyways. So I'm just gonna knock it out while I can and while it's easiest to do so, and I'm going to get started on that in the next video. So if you like this video and you want to see more of what I am doing and how everything's going, make sure to click subscribe and don't forget to like this video while you're at it. I appreciate you, and I will catch you in the next one.